भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्तिः। Good morning. Today I am not taking up any quote from the book, but I want to share a little of my understanding on the present state of agriculture in this country. You're all here seeking some jobs in towns and cities, but tomorrow belongs to agriculture. There are a lot of hope, the prospects there are great. You see, whenever you want to create employment, your livelihood employment generation should be through some problem of the society. Through solving a problem of the society, you should be able to generate some employment or livelihood. There is a problem in the society. You want to solve the problem. In the process, livelihood or employment is generated. Today in our country, we have enough doctors, enough engineers, enough chartered accountants, enough lawyers. Today what we need is, we need progressive farmers. You know that farm sector is in a crisis. We don't have next generation farmers. Country like India with 1.4 billion population, okay, to provide food security, we have to produce 300 million tons of food grains per annum on average. Now our farmers are able to do it well. That's why we are able to live in cities. But we don't have the next generation farmers. Not many are going for farming. Because farmers' children are not becoming farmers. They are all migrating to towns and cities and going to America. But then if next generation of farmers are not there, villages are becoming empty. Cities are getting crowded. And you just see no government is able to provide the necessary infrastructure in cities. The traffic has gone up so much, you all see, witness every day. And the further expansion of roads is not possible. Any city you take, for example, not just in India. Somebody was telling, one of our devotees, he had gone to Turkey. He was telling in Istanbul traffic jams. Unimaginable, Swamiji was telling. It's a global phenomenon, right? So many personal vehicles, and people still want to crowd into cities, and villages are getting empty. But I want to tell you, cities are more dependent on villages than villages on cities. Do you agree with me? Fundamental requirement is food. Tomorrow, nobody wants to live in village, or everybody comes into cities. How you'll grow food? Will grow food for us? Next generation farmers are required or not? There is plenty of scope and prospect, I tell you. Nobody wants to do agriculture because agriculture is not much profitable. Why agriculture has become less profitable? The reason is, earlier, if you traditional Indian agriculture, if you look at, it is basically zero capital agriculture, earlier days. Okay, seed you collect from the previous crop. Tilling of the soil is done by bullocks, zero cost. Fertilizer, organic manure. The same cattle that you use to till the soil, buffaloes and cows and bullocks, whatever the manure that you get through them, that you put into the soil. Okay, you don't purchase chemical fertilizer. You don't purchase seed. You don't use tractors to till the soil. Okay, now no, but people are not able to do that much of physical labor. You use tractors, it's okay. But the major input for farmer is today seed and chemical fertilizer. 30 years, 40 years back, for one bag of urea or one bag of DAP they would use for 1 acre, that would be sufficient. But today they are using 3 to 4 times of that. Still they are not getting enough yield. The reason is soil has depleted over a period of time. The soil health has gone down because of excessive use of chemical fertilizers. Unless and until you give more chemical fertilizer, you are not able to grow crop. Because of that, the capital cost has gone up. The prices of agricultural commodities has not gone up commensurately compared to other products. Suppose, for example, a shirt, how much it cost 30 years, 40 years back, 20 years back, and how it costs now. Every other commodities prices have gone up with time, except the prices of agricultural commodities. They are also have gone up, but only marginally. Because of this, farmers' capital input has gone up, output has come down, and prices are not that much. And because of that, farmer is not getting much money. That's why agriculture has become less profitable. That's why nobody wants to. It's a risky profession, everybody says. But I'm telling you, tomorrow, there is nobody to do agriculture. Nobody wants to go to agriculture as an occupation. Nobody wants to take up. Then who will grow food for us, I'm asking. And also milk production. Milk production, we are all drinking adulterated milk today. And that is one of the major source of disease in cities and towns. Okay, you all know that, right? Because nobody wants to keep cattle. If you ask a farmer, you keep cattle, at least for manure, they will be useful. He says, who will take care of them? Who will tend them? మా పిల్లలు మా దగ్గర లేరు, ఎవరు చూస్తారండి ఇవన్నీ, మీరు వచ్చి చేయండి అంటున్నారు వాడు. ఎవరు చూస్తారు? మీరు బాగానే ఉన్నారు, సలహా ఇస్తున్నారు, గేదెలు పెట్టుకోండి, ఆవులు పెట్టుకోండి అని చెప్పి ఎవరు చేస్తారు? యంగ్ పీపుల్ ఆర్ నాట్ దేర్. యంగ్ పీపుల్ ఆర్ ఆల్ దేర్ ఇన్ villages, cities and towns seeking employment. So what I want to tell you is, tomorrow belongs to agriculture. Because plenty of land is available, but there are no young people who wants to do real agriculture. But today, with the kind of technology that is available, you can make agriculture profitable. But today, illiterate farmers, uneducated farmers are doing the agriculture. They actually they can't bring all this technology onto the field. The minimum capital investment, by adjusting the acreage of the crop according to the market demand. You might have seen in few months before, in June I think, some farmers, they struck it very rich by growing tomato. Paperlo chusara, tomato పండించి కోటీసులు అయినట్టు వినారా న్యూస్ పేపర్స్? So it's just a simple thing. You have to adjust your crop acreage according to the market demand. If you just see the kind of cultivation that is happening now, if you just from here to Adilabad, if you travel, you just look on the both sides of the road, you will find only one crop, that is cotton. Either it is rice or cotton. Only two crops. It's a kind of monocropping, it's called. Why? Because I don't get farm hands. I cannot raise any other crop because everything done by machine here. So it's easy for me to grow rice and cotton. That is what farmer says. నేను వేరే ఎందుకు ఏవయ్యా నువ్వు కూరగాయలు వేసుకోవచ్చు కదా అంటే ఎవరు చేస్తారండి? ఫామ్ హ్యాండ్స్ దొరకట్లేదంట, వ్యవసాయ కూలీలు దొరకట్లేదండి. టు హైర్ ఏ ఫామ్ హ్యాండ్ టుడే, farmer is investing 800 rupees per 2000 rupees per day. Still he says he is not getting farm hands. That's why here also capital cost has gone up. Though there is plenty of opportunities, plenty of scope there, and because young people, they don't want to go. Of course, not just economic reasons, not that because agriculture is less profitable, people are not going into that profession. And also the prestige and honor that that occupation commands is not actually like other occupations or other professions. For example, people proudly say I'm a doctor, people proudly say I'm an engineer, proudly say that I'm a lawyer. How many people can proudly say I'm a farmer? Hmm? When it comes to farmer, I'm a farmer. They hung their head as if they are doing some low calling. They are in some low occupation. Because we are all from agricultural families only. But today actually we don't even feel proud to say that I am from an agricultural family. I belong to a farming community. So you as young people of the country, you need to think. What I want to tell you is that you go back to the villages. The only way to make people, to help people lead a stress-free life is certain percentage of youth have to go back to the villages and you have to infuse fresh life into the villages. You have to rejuvenate village life. Now, today the distribution is very skewed. Further growth of the urban areas is not advisable. More people migrating into cities is not at all advisable. Cities are already too crowded. If you just look at our national capital today, schools they have closed. Why? Paper చదవలేదు ఎవరు? Air pollution index, fog. In national capital, the upper permissible limit is 50 units, air pollution index, air particle index. In Delhi, it is 500, nearly 10 times the permissible limit. You just see 10 times the permissible limit, that's why they close the schools. And the fundamental requirement of life is air, yes or no? A life first requirement is first air, then water, then food, then clothing, then shelter. That's the first thing is it. When you don't have pure air, even if you're a millionaire in cities, I advise you go back to villages. At least you will get actually fresh air, fundamental and first requirement of life. Then you will not fall sick. Today you live in cities where you don't have pure air, you inhale that air and you fall sick, you get diseases, then you go to doctor and then you burn a hole in your pocket. Half of your income will go for only for medical expenditure. Why? Why should I live in a town and city? Why can't I go back to village and rejuvenate a village? Think. There is a leadership is required there. Farmers are looking for some kind of motivation, some kind of inspiration. They are looking for young people to take over from them the agriculture. But we are not able to do that successfully. This is not being discussed at least. So, కొంచెం ఆలోచించమని చెప్తున్నాను. Okay? Thank you. Have a nice day.